EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 2. We get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That is a big gain for the 49ers. 36 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Once again, it's Etienne. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, 49ers.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And a short pickup down inside the 10. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Stopped at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Etienne. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up 4th down.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Etienne. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is going to be out of bounds. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
A short game, down to the 7. Here's 2nd and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jatavion Sanders. Touchdown, Minnesota. The extra point is good. And the Vikings come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Putting the tight end in motion. A play fake. Now Williams. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. So after one, the Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. It sets up 4th down. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He's going to let this one go deep. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. A big-time play for the Niners. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to...
Oh, the ball's out. The Vikings have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Right back to Pierce on first down. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll try and run it here with Pierce. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's going to be caught. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down. That'll be a gain of 15 on fourth down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A throw right side is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble. The other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns. Not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
You can sense this defense. They're really starting to come alive. Last time out, they forced a turnover. Now they got their first sack of the day. These big plays start to steamroll, and you can just feel their confidence continue to build.
And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. McCarthy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That'll be taken in by Pierce. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. That one intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance.
And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Moody now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's got it at the 1. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
The motion man is Sanders. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Ja'Tavion Sanders was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. A throw. After the catch, he's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On third down, they go with Pierce. A gain there of 11. First down, Minnesota.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The motion man is Sanders. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Set to go now on first and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing on second down, Williams. Quick throw here is complete. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Williams to throw on second down. This is caught down that right sideline. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll run. It's Etienne. To the 20. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 42 yards. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 16 on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Call it a gain of 13. It'll be a Vikings first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Throwing again is McCarthy. Now a loose football. The Niners have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go!
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Williams. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
They're going for it. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, here's McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. McCarthy gonna look to throw it. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Niners have got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, here's Etienne. And he'll be near the 1st down marker Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. Now Williams. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays. And frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. On first down, here's McCarthy. His throw left side is complete. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. They'll throw now 3rd and forever. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for the 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Ricky Pearson. The carry here for Etienne. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. Here's a run. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Vikings 12-yard line.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Again, they give it to Etienne. Stop at the 6. And that sets up 3rd and goal. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago. Make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.